So welcome back to the Friday vlog series where once again, we're going to break this video into two main parts. First up, I'm going to share with you why I have struggled to get into Zwift, including some regret that I have been left with. Secondly, this is the casual vlog series after all, so I will be sharing some of the things that have been going on behind the scenes over the last couple of weeks. But before we get into those two main items, I just wanted to thank those people who are supporting my content by shouting me a virtual coffee through the channel memberships. I'll put your names up on the screen, and it's amazing to see that we've now gone from 5 members to over 30 since my last Friday video. So many thanks to those people who are supporting the channel via the memberships, and as always, just wanted to thank you all out there for clicking on the videos and giving me your time. So, why have I struggled to get into Zwift? If I look at my last activity, it was on the 26th of April 2020, so just over a month ago. Now, once again, I understand that this is a very serious topic. So, Greg, can you play a little bit more of that piano music for us, mate? Mate, that's the wrong music, but let's grab a beer later. That's better. So, I understand that Zwift is a very popular thing. People really love it, and I'm conscious there will be people who have clicked on this video that are now perched up like meerkats in a protective manner. What are you going to say about Zwift, mate? You got something to say, do you? And I can appreciate why Zwift is very popular for a couple of big reasons. Number one, I used to work in the technology industry. I worked for American software companies before I turned to content creation for over 10 years. So I can appreciate that Zwift is a very robust, technically advanced platform that caters virtually exceptionally well to the cycling culture. Number two, Zwift brings racing and competition to the world. So no matter where you live, you can access really competitive racing, and it's a phenomenal tool for those people who live in really harsh or cold conditions. It's no wonder the numbers are massive. And while I couldn't find exact numbers that are recent on this topic, a TechCrunch article published 18 months ago reported that Zwift had over 1 million registered accounts. No doubt that's moved north significantly since then, and a recent tweet from Zwift Insider shared a new record of 14,812 concurrent users on the platform at one time in January this year. So there's a big fan base there, and I can appreciate why, especially given the current global lockdown conditions. So how could I possibly struggle to get into it? I love cycling, I love the internet and content creation, and I've been forbidden to race and bunch ride outside given current regulations. And I know what some of you may be thinking, those who follow or support the channel. He's a little heavy, he's not a great sprinter, he's just having a good old fashioned whiny poos. He's no good at Zwift. But that's not it. And I know some of you will still think that after this video today, but the real reason why I have struggled to get into Zwift is I just can't be asked at the moment. Now, before you get critical with me and downvote this video like Rats Wardo did that time, please let me share a couple of pieces of context with you. Number one, when the lockdown occurred and many people transitioned from outdoor riding to indoor riding, my motivation levels were already very low. I'd just come off a massive block of training for my most disappointing day ever on a road bike, being the Melbourne to Warrnambool in February this year. I also had a few personal circumstances arise at the time, so I just felt like I needed a bit of rest from intense cycling. But as you do when you're fit, you want to keep going, you hold on to it for a while, and no doubt Zwift played a bit of a role in keeping me motivated there. So that was the number one reason. The number two reason is I have still been riding a little bit, 2 to 3 times a week, and 2 of those times would be on the indoor trainer. So why am I not getting on Zwift? What I realized with my very short-lived rendezvous with Zwift is that when I would go onto it, the structured training sessions or plans were of no interest to me, nor were the bunch rides. I felt like my only option, even though there were many options, when I was on Zwift, was to race. I was getting on Zwift to do a race. which is essentially a threshold effort with a couple of big explosions. There are also people messaging you, and it's a real community thing, which is great. But I feel like when you go into the virtual world of Zwift, you're in there to have a crack. And right now I don't feel like having a crack. So while I've struggled to get into Zwift, I'm super glad that I've found it. I now better understand it because I will be incorporating it into my training regime moving forward. I mean, would you rather do 2 times 20-minute efforts out on the road or 2 back-to-back 20-minute Zwift races? I know which one I would prefer to do, and I think that's where the regret comes in. I regret that I haven't really leaned into Zwift before. But now that I have, while I'm not going to really be using it probably for the next week, 2, maybe 3, who knows, I will definitely be using it in the future as a tool to become a lot fitter and stronger on the bike. So that's pretty much it. Let's get into the rest of the video. So what many of you may not realise is I am like a 50% stay-at-home dad. I work from home, so does my wife, so we go 50-50 in the kids. So this morning I'm doing kids breakfast, doing their lunch boxes here. This is what I do either Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week or Tuesday, Thursday every week. So Ruby likes a boiled egg and it's got to be perfect, a little bit runny, so I've got the timer going. Get it to about 5 minutes and 45 seconds, I reckon. It's perfect for the egg to just be a little bit runny. So we call them soldier men. We do a little bit of toast, or I butter a little bit of toast. She dips it in the egg. Perfect. Girls, breakfast. Oh, let's go. So just a little update. Had a rest week from YouTube last week. A couple of reasons, just felt like I needed it. 10 weeks of the new channel format, 2 videos a week. I was a bit cooked, so yeah, just felt like I needed a bit of time away. A week was perfect. Number 2 is what I've realised between 2 videos a week on YouTube and the Road Cycling Academy, there's not much time left in the week to do other tasks. So all the admin tasks get pushed to the side, like trying to update my website, getting some kits made for the RCA members, and also pretty exciting, I've been trying to tee up some more guests for the YouTube channel, and I've got Neil Stanbury, the bike fitter, coming back to my place later on this afternoon, and we're going to talk about a few more topics that I'll be able to share with you guys, which is great. Outside of that, had a very lovely dinner at the Noosa Main Beach last night. I'll leave you with some footage and I'll catch you all in the next video.